Hi, my name is Caitlin, and the tech device that I chose was Seesaw. So the case study is about someone named Mr. Jackson, and he's a ninth grade English language arts teacher. And over the past month, his students have been reading a novel of their choice independently as part of a literature unit. Uh, he wants students to give an in-class oral presentation to their classmates about how the characters in their novel develop over the course of the story. And students use PowerPoint slides and index cards with handwritten speaker notes to give their oral presentation to the class. Mr. Jackson is meant to watch each student's presentation and collect their notes and a printed version of their slides in order to assess the students' understanding of character and thematic development, as well as their oral presentation skills. His goals are to formally assess how well students are able to analyze character and thematic development. He also wants to formally assess students' oral presentation skills. He wants students to learn from each other. As students listen to one another's presentations, they take notes about character and thematic development. And after all students have presented, each student writes a paper summarizing how these literary elements are used in multiple novels. As a formal summative assessment, he wants to be able to give the students not just a grade, but detailed feedback about their literary analysis and oral presentation skills. His challenges: the students hate it because most students are anxious or simply don't like standing up in front of the class to give an oral presentation. Understandable. The students in the audience also find it boring to spend the entire period passively listening to other students' presentations. Again, understandable. To make it interesting, Mr. Jackson has tried other versions of the assignment. For example, one year he required students to create an art project that visually represented character and thematic development. However, it was difficult to deeply and accurately assess students' literary analysis skills based on their art project, and he couldn't assess their oral presentation skills. It's difficult for students to remember everything their classmates present when writing their summary paper after the presentations. Students often misremember or shallowly remember what their classmates presented. And with about 60 students, the assignment takes up a lot of class time and generates quite a large pile of index cards and slides to keep track of and grade. So what is Seesaw? Seesaw is a digital portfolio application that allows users to create and share visual learning experiences. How can Seesaw help accomplish the goals and solve any challenges that the teacher has? Seesaw allows you to check up on students' work on the app. It also gives kids a more engaging way to complete assignments and presentations. You can record students' oral presentations for grading so that it's easier to assess their abilities. It allows students to go back and look at other students' presentations if they're misremembering things. There's also plenty of readily available options to make the assignment more interesting for students, and if you feel like they don't work for you, you can create your own. So I can go in and show you some of these assignments. When I was testing the app, I already assigned something, and I put that in quotes because I don't have students. And one that I specifically chose was independent reading check-in, where you could add a response. You could take a photo of your book cover and then add text that explains why you selected the book. And each day we do independent reading in class, and be prepared to discuss your book with classmates, both in orally and in written comments. So you can record responses, and you can upload, you can take photos, then you can add links and notes. So there's also scheduled assignments, and it says students use Seesaw creative tools to capture learning. Start by browsing ideas ready to use in the classroom. You can browse the resource library. And there's a community tab where other teachers posted different assignments that help their students, or it's just suggested assignments. You can browse by subject, so there's art, books, coding. You can go down to English and language arts, and you can pick an assignment. There's a read and reflect one. Or you can create your own by clicking create a new activity. And you can call it character development presentation. And you can give student instructions like read through analyze how characters develop throughout, and then put together a slideshow and present. We'll just put that. And you can add voice instructions, multimedia instructions, so they can put videos and stuff like that. And you can also add a template for student responses, which again, you can go to photo, drawing, video. You can have them upload something. You can have them post links. And we can do note. And you can attach notes and then you can just save it. And you can see there's present to class, and you can just click assign. You can edit it, so you can look at the students and their groups. You can put it in a folder. And skills, you can tag students' posts with your own set of skills. It is a premium feature, so you would have to pay for that, but and then you can just assign. And it gives you 2 steps for the instructions from your class. Tap plus students in the bottom right to help students sign in on their device or computer. And students go into the activities tab, tap add, and respond to this activity. You can go all the way back here. There's my library, Seesaw. You can add, and it shows again multiple classes and categories. So you can click English language arts here, and it shows a lot of assignments that you can do for up to about 5th grade. There's also scheduled, archived, which is like archived classes and assignments. The calendar, so you can look at what you've assigned for what day if you schedule something. There's folders. You can go to settings and you can change the class name and the class level. You can manage teachers, so you can add them by email and then hit invite. You can manage students, so you can add students or like change their names and stuff. So if they put their name as something like dumb or inappropriate, you can go in and change it. Manage student groups, so you can just add students to different groups for like group assignments. Students can see each other's work, they can like and comment, and you can enable and disable them. You can change the theme, so like the color. I personally like blue, so I'm going to keep it. You can change the icon. I'm going to change it to the, actually no, I'm going to change it to the turtle. You can have how students sign in. So they can sign into a class code from one-to-one devices or from shared devices, or they can just use their email. And there's item editing. So students will be able to edit posts that they're tagged in. They can also edit their drafts regardless of the setting. And they'll be able to edit who is tagged in posts that they're tagged in, including adding or removing other students. There's also, you can enable family access, so their parents could have access to their class and their assignments. You could have a class blog. You can manage skills, have activities and skills color scheme. But that's for premium. A lot of this is for more premium. And you can hit reset class QR code and family invite codes. And you can archive the class. You can also go to messages. You can send direct messages to students or other teachers. Then you can create a new class, or you can select your school. So it says, so we're gonna, that is the recommended one. It's not going to show up because I'm not there, but then you can scan your QR code. There isn't one in here, but, and you can also ask for help. So that is all the stuff that you can do with Seesaw. I hope you enjoyed, and bye.